Hey everybody, I'm playing around. This is more of a journal entry. I just finished making a little entry in my journal, so I'll make a video copy of that. I'm out for a beautiful walk this morning, and I'm experimenting with some Stoic perspectives. Stoicism, something that we're all familiar with the word Stoic, which has that, you can imagine that curmudgeon in the pickle barrel, you know, who weathers the trials and the effervescence of life in basically with the same frame of mind, the same unyielding perspective. Nothing seems to really bother or excite them too much. And in reality, the Stoic philosophy does prescribe a life similar to that. But it's interesting to look at how it does so. With the Stoics, the idea, the Stoics of course being the Greek philosophers, studying them back in the 3rd century BC. The Stoics have an idea that a lot of our strife and turmoil, and I'm no expert on this stuff, but I'll nutshell it best of my ability. A lot of our strife and turmoil, a lot of the emotions that we feel, especially the negative emotions we feel, are a result of our expectations being let down by the world. That we have expectations of how reality should be and how our lives should be, and the real world is constantly showing us otherwise, and that takes us by surprise and leaves us feeling angry or sad or depressed, or especially when we let ourselves down, we feel insignificant or incapable. And they advocate the use of reason to, in some ways, in a negative view, and this is where the idea of Stoicism has taken on a negative connotation in the modern world. In a way, they recommend lowering our expectations. But that's not even the best way to view it. It's more like using reason to evaluate the world and come up with expectations that are more in keeping with our experience and observations. For example, I'm out for a walk right now, and the exercise that I was doing just a moment ago, I'm walking along, and I was frustrated by I saw a fella. There was an intersection up there, and there's a bridge that goes underneath the intersection for pedestrian traffic, and you're not supposed to walk across that. It's actually got barriers up, and there's a reason for that, because it impedes the flow of traffic. Cars that are turning left. Now, this is especially true during rush hour, and it's not rush hour, it's Sunday morning here. And I saw a jogger who came along and watched him climb over a barrier and race across the street. Now, he didn't impede any traffic, but he raced across the street and climbed over the next barrier to stand next to me. It did so in order to not have to go under the bridge. And I felt this rising wave of indignation, because I'm kind of a law-abiding person. This is a case where it's more of the letter of the law than the spirit of the law. That whole bypass, that whole under thing is designed to ensure that pedestrians don't impede traffic during rush hour. And this is Sunday morning, there's hardly any traffic at all. But still, I felt this wave of a guy like, who does he think he is? Violating, jumping over the fence like that and going across. And I had this Stoic moment where I was thinking to myself, Kurt, part of the problem is that your expectations were out of keeping, or in disaccord. Is that a word? Disaccord with reality. Let's cross through here without getting run over. And now that I'm coming to this intersection here with these cars, this will dovetail nicely with the observation I had just a moment ago. This guy back here, see, revving his motor up. It's a red light. He's back there revving up his motor, getting ready to go. And that's another example. The reality, there he goes, taking off like a bat out of heck, and then he's speeding, and then right up there's a little pedestrian area there. And see, these little things, as I walk along on my morning walk here in this urban setting, every time that it happens, it jostles me. And rightly so, I guess you could say. These people are violating the law, and rightly so. But my reaction, I'm 50 years old, my reaction is not in keeping with 50 years of observation. My observation tells me that in the course of a morning walk like this, even on a quiet Sunday morning, I should see at least 5 to 10, in an hour walk, 5 to 10 instances where someone's going to do something that's going to rile me. It's going to basically, they're not going to fit in with my ideas of justice or right or wrong or the like. Now, that doesn't mean that I have to change my observations about what's right or wrong or what constitutes justice. But what I should be doing is, and this is what the Stoics would recommend, is to adjust my expectations so that when these things happen, they don't surprise me. I can still hold on to my values, but they don't surprise me. I don't feel that frustration, that knot in my chest. It's going to kill me sooner than anything else. Instead, I can see those things and I can still be indignant about it, but I don't have to be emotionally involved. I can like the old man on the pickle barrel in front of the country store, watching the world go by, which when neither tragedy or this has got to pick up. This is one of my little quests in life. Pick up these things, these little screws that I find on the road, because these end up puncturing people's tires. So I collect these, take it home. I've been doing that ever since I was in college, and twice in a row, and like 1 month I got 2 flat tires from that kind of thing. So anyway, so like the old man on the pickerel barrel who watches the world goes by, and he sees a happy family drive by with going on the way to a picnic, and that really doesn't necessarily move him so much. It's just another moment in life. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just that he's trained his mind to witness the world and take it in for what it is, to enjoy those things, but not to be surprised by either the ups or the downs. And then when someone comes speeding by in a car, breaking the speed limit, maybe endangering the lives of that very family that he saw earlier, he can maybe pick up the phone and call I'm picturing some small town type of thing, maybe call the local sheriff and say, we've got a speeder entering town, or something like that. Take some action that might be worthwhile, but not get flustered or overly upset. That would be kind of the Stoic way of doing things, of living life, being active in life, having values and principles, but not necessarily letting the world affect us one way or the other, adjusting our expectation accordingly. So probably what the Stoics would do in a situation like this is, before I go out for this walk, and which I tried just a moment ago, I after that incident with the man hopping the barrier, I sat down and I told myself, okay, listen, Kurt, I've got another 30 minutes in this walk. I'm probably going to see 2 or 3 instances of people doing silly, reckless things and the like, and I'm not going to let myself get upset about those things. If there's something that I need to do as a good citizen to help it, then I will. Otherwise, I will move with what is the word equanimity? No, that's not the word. Is that the word? What's the word? Magnanimity? No, that's not the word. What is the word when you have kind of is it equanimity? Kind of an equal balance, kind of a balance of emotions that are kind of flowing along. That would be, I believe, a Stoic perspective, a Stoic way of doing things. And it's too bad in a way that philosophy, that school of philosophy, like so many others, like the Epicureans, we think of Epicureans as being folks who indulge in the sensual elements of food and love and splendor and the like, and it's something quite different. And likewise with Stoicism and Cynicism, some of the great Greek and Roman philosophies that have their lingering words in our vocabulary, yet their deeper meaning has in a way been bastardized. I think it's entering 50, I think it's about time for me to embrace more closely the principles of Stoicism and learn more about it, of course, and also try to be more like that. And I'm reading right now Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and I'm discovering that there's a lot of Stoic ideas in here. The Stoic ideas didn't disappear by any means. They've been, well, maybe that's a sign, right? That not a sign, but maybe that's, well, I guess it is a sign that the ideas are deeper than any one school of philosophy. That if others, 2 centuries later, two millennia later, are happening upon the same things as Ralph Waldo Emerson did and the others, and maybe there's something deeper there. Well, thanks for watching my little journal entry here. Wow, in 10 minutes. How do I do this? Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.